Hello, folks. Welcome back. This is Chris in Central Pennsylvania. But oh boy. Boy, the knives come out very quickly when certain people's feelings are hurt. And it's unfortunate that thin-skinned folks make these arguments. Of course, these are the same people that write laws that ban speech, because we all know that speech is horrible. Yes, there's no such thing as free speech in South Africa. We know this. Don't you dare utter a certain Arabic word which means unbeliever. Oh, you'll go to jail as a felon for that. But hey, murder people and get out on bail for $50, especially if they're farmers. The Times Live has identified their Mampara of the Week, and their Mampara of the Week is Judge Renta Mokgoatlheng. And the reason they want to go after him is interesting. Judge Renta Mokgoatlheng's remarks about a lazy defense attorney have sparked a backlash from overly sensitive, fragile ego South Africans. Now, I'm going to make a point about this because what he said was inappropriate, but let's put this in context. Advocate Charles Mnisi, representing two of the accused in the Senzo Moeng trial, provoked the ire of presiding Judge Renta Mokgoatlheng this week when, at the last minute, he requested to be excused from the defense so that he could run the Comrades Marathon.
Why were you not sitting on Monday? No, we're waiting for Advocate Mnisi to come drive back to Joburg, to wherever, because he was running a marathon.
Now, folks, running the Comrades Ultra Marathon from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, or opposite direction, every other year, is not exactly a last-minute decision. Even the people who are grossly overweight do some training and know that they are participating. You have to apply and enroll in the race long before this gentleman asked to be excused. The advocate knew full well that he intended to participate, and he failed to inform the court or the judge in advance. In addition, he never informed the judge. He sent his notice to the judge's clerk.
This is South Africa, run by blacks. I can tell you now, even if you call me an Uncle Tom, I don't think a white advocate can have the gall to ask me that. Never.
To be fair, the judge's comment, while colorful, was inappropriate in the courtroom. But the all too predictable complaining from the same lot that thinks it's perfectly acceptable to incite murder by singing Kill the Boer, it's free speech. But the Union flag, which represents Union South Africa from 1910, is somehow racist. And they raised no objections to a black South African music producer calling white women genetically inferior, saying they're incapable of breeding. Yet whites have gone from a few thousand in Europe to 1.2 billion on the planet. Whites, Neanderthals, and dogs who should be put on leashes is now upset because the judge used a stereotype to insult the useless attorney. Now, folks, did the judge use the forbidden K word? No. Did he call Advocate Charles Mnisi genetically inferior? No. Did he suggest the advocate be placed on a leash, as some black South Africans have said about white South Africans? No. Did he sing a song about only killing advocates? You know, the old joke about attorneys, the only good attorneys, the ones at the bottom of the sea? No, he didn't do that either. What he did was equate the advocate's lazy, useless work ethic and lack of commitment to his clients with sloth. But Judge Mokgoatlheng did so by praising white advocates and stereotyping black advocates. Perhaps unjust and certainly inappropriate in a courtroom, but hardly an offense that has set off the grievance corps, now ready to march, burn tires, and call for his removal from the bench. Times Live, as I said, called him their Mampara of the Week, printing the following in their paper. Mokgoatlheng rightly admonished Mnisi for placing his personal interests ahead of the administration of justice in the Marathon trial. But the red-lobed lawman messed it all up when he resorted to racist remarks while dressing down the Marathon man. Racist? Nah. Rude? Bigoted? Yes. But not racist. Just because your feelings are hurt does not make every utterance a racist statement. The judge did not give or take away any advantage based on the person's skin color. He simply insulted him. The inability of South Africans to distinguish between insults and genuine racism is disturbing. And I just got to repeat what the judge said. The judge said, this is South Africa, run by blacks. I can tell you now, even if you call me Uncle Tom, I don't think a white advocate can have the gall to ask me that. Never. What's racist about that? Stereotypical? Insulting, yes, but racist, no. And with that statement, the judge entertained millions, offended millions, and became the target of the black supremacy grievance class that cheers insulting minority white South Africans but screams bloody murder whenever their inferiority complex gets triggered. Try growing a thicker skin. My fellow Neanderthals and I have done so. What say you, South Africa, Mzansi, world? Have you had enough of this stupidity? Not the judge, but the grievance class. Cheers.